All right, we are live once again, shooting the shiz. DK and the Schwag with my dude to my left, to my left.
To your left.
Yeah, Mr. Brett Wagner, the Lost Leatherface, the Kemper Killer, 03. How you doing, my friend?
Good, buddy. Just been packing a few auditions this week, and I've been going through. We got a big convention this weekend. Nightmares in Colorado, or Rocky Mountain Nightmares up in Denver. So I got to fly out early tomorrow morning, go hang out with our guest of 2 weeks ago, Daniel Brown, Mr. Brown over there, Daniel. And a whole bunch of people, Lou Temple, Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, Ben Davidson from Willard, for God's sakes. Growing up, I was one of the biggest Willard fans. So still to this day, Joseph and John, when I go to conventions, if it's somebody I'm a mark for, as we say in the wrestling business, I'm a super fan. I'm been looking for stuff for 3 weeks to try to get something for him to sign. So going to be a pretty cool cool event. But yeah, I'm just I'm all packed up, I think, and had to spend an hour and a half going over, some cheat sheets and some bios on our guest we have tonight, because he's he does everything. Why don't you introduce him there, John?
Well, I know you just got cast in another movie, and it's a great series. I seen the first one. I started watching another one. I couldn't find Clown Motel 2, but you got casting Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell. And tonight we brought on writer, director, producer. I think you act too, stuntman, whatever. You can introduce us to all the stuff that you do. Mr. Joseph Kelly, welcome to the show, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, John. Thank you, Brett, for having me. Yeah, Clown Motel 3, and Brett's actually going to be in it too. So should be a killer.
I am?
Yeah.
We're going to have to, let's hold off on all the people that are actually in this movie, because I think you probably have a record for the amount of, I will say, horror celebrities, people that are very, very well known in the genre of horror and movies and TV. You might have a world record, and I know you're not done casting yet, but
pretty close to it.
Joseph Kelly. Now, ladies, calm down. I know he's got that plunging neckline. I think that is a sweater. Or is that a shirt?
It's a T-shirt.
All right, New York. Yes.
New York.
Born and raised up in New York. What part of New York were you raised in, my friend?
Orange County. And there's Orange County, California, Florida, even New York.
Orange County Choppers, right? Is that not where my buddy is from? The Tuttles. Yeah. Orange. And I remember when that TV show came out, I was like, Orange, how are they stealing Orange County? That's us. That's behind the orange curtain. That's what we used to call it out there in Orange County, California. But yeah, definitely made famous for the Tuttles and Orange County Choppers. Tell me a little bit more about Orange County. What was going on, and what was it like growing up in Orange County, New York?
A lot of snow, a lot of cows. It was pretty quiet though. An hour and a half from New York City, so not too busy. And great scenery.
I did the
when you
upstate
were
New York thing. I lived in upstate New York.
Oh, okay. Where about?
Clinton.
Okay.
And I used to play hockey all over there when I was a kid.
Okay. Yeah, it's big up there in Canada, in New York. Yeah, but then I went to college in Rochester, New York, so going up north more.
Now let's talk about that. When you were growing up, I know you went to school. We're going to talk about studied visual communications. What the hell, visual communications?
I don't know. I guess it's a degree for associates for television and photography. And I guess that's the closest one they had to film. But, we got to play with the camera. We got to do video editing, used Avid. I'm fluent in Premiere, but, it's just learning everything, I guess, all aspects. And it was great. Great time.
Now, when you were growing up, were you a movie guy? I know we can talk about it. It's kind of in your family. Your uncle, who I know who he is because you mentioned his name, and I had to go look him up, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's been in a lot of stuff I've seen. Has had his own. Why don't you tell us about your uncle?
Yeah, Mark Valley, not blood related, but family related. Human Target, Boston, Days of Our Lives. He actually grew up in New York as well, And he's the first one in our family to be in the film business. Usually you have, parents or someone in the film business growing up. And for me, it was just learning it myself kind of. And, meeting him on the way and stuff and getting some advice from him. And just, yeah.
Were you a movie guy and TV guy growing up? Was that something you just loved and then kind of gravitated toward it?
Yeah, pretty much. I always loved film, TV. Ever since I was like 7, 8, making the family videos with all the cousins, like 10 of them. So we had the old VHS tapes, the old big cameras. So all those, then we did the mini DV tapes, even the cameras with the DVD, the small DVD ones. I don't know if you remember those, but yep, learned it, high school, yeah, and just continued it.
Were you an athlete in high school and college, or just?
I was. Yeah, so not a lot of people know this. So I did track, cross country. I did the 5K. I also did the mile. My fastest mile was 5 minutes and 6 seconds. So I can't do that now, though.
That's pretty fast. I think, on the treadmill, I'm 56 years old. So a mile, and I'm walking at a good pace, takes me about 24 minutes to do a mile. And I'm like, hey man, and I keep beating my record. As long as if I can get it down to 20 minutes, I'm going to be tickled pink.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes is flying.
Oh yeah. Keep it consistent. And high jumping too. I went to state for high jumping, 5'10".
Jumping definitely wasn't my thing. Even when I was younger, I think when I jumped, I actually got shorter. Further, yeah. Oh, I was just the worst jumper. I mean, real bad. I played hockey. I did different things. I wasn't great at any of them, but I certainly wasn't good at jumping.
And you guys used the ice skates, or was it the rollerblades, or?
Oh, I used to ice skate. I traveled all over, even Rochester I played out, and I used to travel a lot as a kid. My dad used to take me everywhere.
Cool.
And I moved out of there when I was like 8 or 9, so I was young when I first started playing hockey out there.
Oh yeah, that's really young.
Yeah, and then I was in Massachusetts. Different story. I know. I haven't lived in Massachusetts in a while. We don't need that New York, Massachusetts battle going.
Oh, my dad likes the Red Sox. So.
Oh.
Your dad's got some good taste. Yeah. So back in my days, we would do the scissor kick. That's how you did the high jump.
Oh yeah.
That's going back.
Yep.
Yes, you do the scissor kick instead of going backwards, which is much easier. But so going into college, I mean, you liked the films and TV growing up, and you had a little bit of that in the family with your uncle. And did you know when you went into college that you were going to try to focus on anything, or was it when you went to college, you're like, what am I going to do here? And then you focused on the TV and film.
Yeah, it's always a passion for film and stuff. And, there's always obstacles that, get in the way, and you're like, can I do this? And, you're progressing, doing films. I got one feature film under my belt in college, and that was an accomplishment by itself. Doing that, and then just working for other TV shows and learning the ways, VH1, Logo TV. It's always something I love and always something I will continue as long as I can.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, 2000. I was reading it, but am I correct? In 2012, you did your first feature.
Yeah, so it was actually probably more like 2008, 2009, and that's when we shot. Maybe on the weekends. We shot it for 6, 7 weekends, and we had a video editor from actually ABC, Lost. He came on to help us, just to edit some and stuff, and. So it's pretty much done around 2010, but then I think we did an Amazon release in 2012.
Love Lost. Got to say that when that show gets brought up, that's one of those series that I enjoy.
Oh yeah,
so good.
I got to rewatch that one.
I mean, you were young. I mean, so this is like 2008. You couldn't have, unless you just have the fountain of youth, and you're older than we think.
Yeah, I'm 65.
Yeah.
No, I'm 35 though.
Yeah, you're a baby. So 2008, you were really young. Well, that's great, man. So you progressed, and then, like a lot of people do, like a lot of filmmakers, a lot of actors, they say, you know what? I got to get out of New York, and I'm going to go to Los Angeles. Talk about that. I mean, that must have been that's obviously a big move and a big deal to all of a sudden take off and say, I'm going to LA.
Oh, that definitely is, especially because I had no family out on the West Coast, you know, besides Mark, the uncle. Besides that, and my son, it was just me, everyone else on the East Coast. And it was a big move, but I'm like, in the film industry, it gave me, you know, to go behind the scenes as well. And, you know, from both sides, to be on, yeah, Stars Born. And some things just came up like that, to Transformers, Bumblebee, and just learning the ropes and learning everything there is I can about the industry on this side.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people that are watching should take note, because what Joseph did is he came to LA, did everything in the business, doing stand-in work. I'm sure you were doing some PA work. Anything that you could learn from, you were doing. And I think a lot of people don't understand how important that is, because before you start directing, you know, and getting passionate in this stuff, you learned about the business from the inside out, right? I mean, doing
Yeah,
doing Bumblebee, which was a huge movie, doing
yeah.
stand-in work
And
for John Cena.
that was actually the first movie Michael Bay wasn't directing, so he was a producer on it. So it was actually Travis Knight, and casting agents like, send me a picture. So I don't have the picture with me, but I was like in a tank top, tatted up, you know, and I was probably about 230, 240 at the time, you know, lifting weights. And the casting director and the director actually chose me and like, come on down. So it was like, it was nice because it was like the first makeup test and own trailer. And it was like one of the biggest sets I've ever been on.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And then, you know, I mean, I don't know how cool and close you got with John, but you know, I got in the wrestling business, and I
Oh,
was working with John Cena right from the very beginning when he first came to our school, Ultimate Pro Wrestling, and then obviously he's gone on to do some major and big things, and a really good guy. What was it like? I mean, I don't know if people, you know, some people have never worked on a movie that big, and that was a giant movie. Were you nervous at all, or was it just you were taking it all in as like and just watching?
yeah, taking it all in and stuff. I mean, they had me in the makeup room, and this is like, you know, the first couple days, so you don't know any of these kid actors and stuff. But then you see the movie later on, and you're like, well, yeah, that was, you know, the lead actress, lead actor. They're just all in the same trailer with you, getting their makeup done. Didn't think anything about it, but kind of, you know, just went with the wind, and yeah, went from there. And yeah, I didn't know you did wrestling, because I actually did wrestling too for a few years.
Yeah, I was a bad wrestling manager. I was like a Bobby the Brain Heenan meets Ric Flair. And for Ultimate Pro Wrestling, we were like, you know, the minor leagues for the WWF back in the day.
Okay, nice.
So in fact, and I just went Sunday. I just went and visited um, Mick Foley because he was signing. And in 1999, John, I did a TV show called G vs. C, where I got to wrestle Mick Foley. And Mick Foley, while we were sitting there, he said, "Hey, how good a wrestler are you?" He said, "Well, I'm a wrestling manager." He says, "Well, you know how to do all the moves." I said, "Well, I give a good elbow drop." And he goes, "Stuntman, we're going to need a stuntman." So I
Oh,
reminded him of that, and he was very happy. He told me if I ever saw Cena or Samoa Joe to tell him hi. But yeah, so you've done a lot of stuff. Now, did you want to be an actor? Because I know you've done some acting. Or is it everything that you want to do? I mean, was that just part of it? I'm going to get some acting work and do it, or?
yeah, I think mostly it was just making the whole film, the whole process from pre-production to production and post-production, A to Z. And then I kind of fell in love with the acting side. But of course, when you're doing like Clown Motel 2, you're directing and stuff, and then you have to get ready for your scene. It's a little harder, you know. You set up the scene, you tell the actors, you have a co-director, you're trying to get ready for the scene, and then there's still actors that come up to you to talk to you about the scene when you're trying to get ready. So it's a little harder at that point. But I do like, you know, just acting. Like on Sean Phillips' film Skate to Hell, that was fun. You know, all I had to worry about was acting like a perverted manager.
Perverted manager doesn't seem like it's a far stretch there, Joe.
Yeah, I know. I've been
I'm
working.
teasing. I'm teasing. I know I missed you. You were a couple days before me. You were filming. Was that at Nightmare Toys?
That was Nightmare Toys.
Yeah, we'll send a little shout out to Christy and everybody over there at Nightmare Toys. Yeah, that was great. So yeah, we love Sean C. Phillips. In fact, there's a lot of people, a ton of people that have worked on Desert Fiends and Skate to Hell, who are going to be working with all of us on Clown Motel 3.
That's absolutely true.
Well, it's a great community of people. It's great to see you and Sean and Nicole Vegas who's out here in the chat,
Oh yeah.
working together and supporting each other. And the fact that you guys can introduce each other to other actors and other people in the business that maybe you didn't know, and
Yeah,
get
and
to
that's
work
how I
with them on a
pretty
different
much
level.
met Brett and stuff too.
Yeah.
For Sean Phillips and Nicole Vegas. And, when they first started and I saw their cast and they had about 20 names to their cast. And I was just like, wow. And I'm about half of that right now. And I'm like, I'm good.
You got a pretty good cast. Let's talk about the idea, how you came up with, Clown Motel 1. What was brewing in your head that you got the first Clown Motel off the rack?
So before 2018, 2019, we released Clown Motel, the first feature, which went to Walmart and all that. But before that, we had the short pilot film in 2015, 2016. And to start the film, pretty much just driving across country, found out it's the scariest motel in America, looked it up. No one's done a feature film about it. No one's done a film about it. They've done Ghost Adventures, which was great. I saw that episode. And I'm like, let me stay here for a week and, write a short film to pitch it for a feature. And the town's great, a cemetery right there, population 3,000 people. And you definitely have to experience it.
So you stayed there. You stayed at the motel for a week and then wrote the script while you were there.
I think it was for the second film too. Stayed for 2 weeks, and they have it's a small town, nothing for 2 hours either way, but they have a small casino, nice cafe, nice bar, a couple of restaurants. So there's things to do, so you get tired, just walk around town, and
you get your mile walking, Brett, before you know it, and you can have a beer while you're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't mind a tasty beverage once in a while. Now we're talking, that's Tonopah, right? Am I right on Tonopah, Nevada?
That is correct. Tonopah, Nevada.
There's 3,000 people in that area?
Yeah, roughly around 3,000. And
wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was population 30 from the way you see some of the stuff, and you see some of the stuff in your film and people walking down that highway. I thought, man, that's the only thing around there. Yeah, and they're
the Clown Motel's on the outskirts of the town, so it's coming from Bishop, I believe, in that area. So only one road down
California,
there. Yeah. So that's the outskirts of the town, and then you go the other way, and then you got Las Vegas. But between Las Vegas and the Clown Motel is Area 51.
So you got a ton of ideas you can film there. You can go from Clown Motel 3 and then head on to start an Area 51 alien movie.
Oh yeah, alien movie would be cool.
Yeah. Hey, so much in Nevada you can do, really, outside of just Vegas. I've never been, but I'd like to check it out. I before I'd even go gamble, I'd probably check out the Clown Motel just because it was cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
And then when I learned it was an actual hotel that you guys filmed in, it's like, wow, that's pretty cool. It's an actual hotel.
Yeah, and they actually remodeled it recently too. 2 new owners recently in the last 2-3 years. And now they have horror theme rooms, so behind you, they'll have a Jason Voorhees room, a Michael Myers room, a Exorcist room. And they actually have a Clown Motel room for the movie, the Golden Age room.
I was going to ask, is that a good thing or a bad thing for filming Clown Motel 3, with all the extra stuff they're doing? I mean,
so those rooms we'll have to watch out for and stuff.
Well, they got to love you too, because a lot of people know Clown Motel. It might be a indie movie, but a lot of people in the community know about it, and you must have made that a destination spot with the Clown and the Clown Motel series. I mean, I'm sure you brought in some extra money, which works good for both of you. A place to film a great movie, a great series, and you're helping them out too.
Yeah, and they're planning to extend it too, expand it, open a haunted house and open a restaurant, clown-themed restaurant across from the Clown Motel. So
theme it up. I might have to head out there and think of something to do.
Yeah, definitely check out the cemetery.
Yeah. I almost went to Las Vegas when Nicole was out there, but I just couldn't make it. Days of the Dead, I just couldn't do it. It was just too much.
Oh, next time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I had an event the week after. I didn't want to take off more time from work. I got a long con run this year that I'm going to be taking off enough time.
Yeah, it's So let's talk about this. So you get out there. The first Clown Motel, that was an indie. You raised money via Indiegogo, or
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Actually, yeah, pretty much raised money through Kickstarter. This is our first
Kickstarter?
time doing Indiegogo for a full campaign.
What is toughest thing about raising money on your own or doing a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo? What do you think are the pitfalls or obviously the goodness of it?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess, when you're at the casino, you never know when you're going to win or lose. I mean, it's good. You're going to make it, but there's times where it's like the stocks where it's just going like this, then it goes up, then it goes there. So, especially during the weekdays and stuff. And we always try to find new ways, new perks, new ideas to put out there for people. And we look at other campaigns too. What's selling, what's not selling, what do people like? 'Cause I don't know what everyone likes.
You need to reach out to us, get some Blacklight Clown Motel skateboard decks.
Oh,
Those things
yeah.
are pretty sweet. He did Michael Toth, who does the Doomsday's Crypt Art, does some decks for Brett too. Brett uses them a lot. Those Blacklight skateboard decks are really, really, really nice. And he just did the Killer Clowns.
I'll have to check those out.
Cool for the campaign.
Okay.
So, and maybe talk a little bit about them. I mean, let's talk about some of the cast that was in the first movie.
Yeah, so you got the first movie, and then you got the second movie. So the first movie, we had Eleanor from Canada, and she was the lead, Kelly. So we actually switched in the second movie to a different girl, Kelly Ryder, because it was during COVID and she was in Canada, so we had that issue.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually, when COVID started, I think that was, in February, March, we actually filmed in August that year. So literally 4 or 5 months later. But we still had, like in the first movie, we still had Ari Lehman, which we're bringing back, the first Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. And then we have Tony Moran, who we're bringing back, Halloween Michael Myers. And Eileen Dietz from The Exorcist only joined us on the second film. But the first film, we also had Martin Kleba. Yeah, and I think you worked with him, right? Yeah.
I've never worked with Marty, but we're friends, because we kind of, for a long time, we would go eat at the same little place, this little chili burger hot dog stand made famous because Charles Manson used to eat there back in the day in Chatsworth. In fact, he etched it on the walls. Charlie Manson was here. And now in LA, when they do like a graveyard tour, but they do a Charles Manson tour where they take you around and they will stop there. But Marty Kleba, it's called the Munchbox, and Marty, who's a very funny guy and he's a good actor. Yeah, I remember that he was in the movie, which was great, and pretty cool guy. Now you also had Mindy Robinson in part 2, and
Mindy Robinson, yeah, and
Sean Phillips.
Mm-hmm. And then
yeah,
Sean Phillips. Yep, yeah, Sean Phillips was in the second, and he actually died in the opening scene. So this time around, he's in the third, but it's not him. It's like his ancestor, like his relative, great-great-grandchild. So we're gonna like do something with Sean, maybe put some facial hair on him, long hair.
Facial hair.
Is he gonna make it past the opening scene? I guess we'll just have to watch to find out.
Yeah, he'll be more at the end of the scene.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the cat. You have Clown Motel 3 is maybe before we talk about the cast. How many of these how much of this franchise do you see it going? Do you see do you feel like you're going to keep going on? Is there going to be a Clown Motel 4 and 5 and 6 or
not too much longer? But I might have one more left in me after this one.
A prequel, maybe. I know we were talking a little bit about something or something that, well, who knows? Yeah. Obviously, that's from the mind of.
Yeah, like actually, so you'll see at the end of this where it leaves it open. I don't want to say anything about the military, but their chances aren't looking good. And then clowns open a portal for a last time. Something tips over and something happens at the Clown Motel, and there's Sean Phillips.
Good old Sean Phillips sneaking his way into movies.
And Nicole Vegas will actually be playing a killer too, one of the Harley Quinn killers.
I can see that.
She's usually getting killed. I mean, she did some. I know she's here watching. She did some amazing. She's a great producer, and she is like you. She's learning everything that has to do with the movie business, from producing to acting to, you know, locations and everything. So she's a lot like you, where she's trying to learn everything, every little thing about the business. But she's a great actress. Not only that, she did some crazy worm stunt on Skate to Hell,
saw that.
which I wouldn't even do that. But she was a trooper. Now she may never do that again, but she did a great job, and so did her husband, helping produce and everything else. So, but what goes through the process of casting this? Now I know I reached out to you, and we chatted. But is there a process you go with casting for your movies, or do you just have an idea of who you'd like to get in there? How do you go after them?
Yeah, so usually, like, if it's a fresh movie, you know, we'll have our handful of, you know, names, horror names, or like Eric Roberts, other names. But then we also do like casting, you know, LA casting for the roles, and usually about 5 or 10, you know, leads. And then we'll do pay to play kind of perk players for people who want to come on for a day, just, you know, first time and want to build their reel and stuff. And it's all kind of like a combination, just to, you know. And I mean, one person auditioning for the first Brooke in Clown Motel, we had, I think, 900 to 1,000 girls audition with their photos. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to go through all those things and look at them.
I know. It took me a few months.
Yeah. So let's talk about this cast. It's very impressive. You got, like I said, you have a who's who in the horror movie business. So let's talk a little bit about some of the people you got.
Yeah. So we already talked about Ari Lehman, Friday the 13th, Tony Moran, Halloween, Michael Myers, Exorcist Demon, Eileen Dietz. And the new ones are coming up is, of course, House of a Thousand Corpses. Robert Mukes will be in the opening scene.
The big man, 6'10". We love Robert.
Oh, yeah. He's a big guy. And he was with us for Appetite for Sin too. So that's a movie that's coming out soon that I produced. And first time working with Nightmare on Elm Street, Lisa Wilcox.
Lisa, who John has had Lisa on the show before.
Yeah, I'll be seeing her in Minnesota. I'll be sitting with her in the Nightmare on Elm Street cast, 4 and 5 cast. And
oh, nice.
She just got announced at this new con I'm going to, and I can't think of it off the top of my head because I just signed up for it yesterday. And
in Iowa.
Yeah, yes. But Mike was asking a question. I want to answer him because Doomsday's Crypt artist Michael Toth does some amazing work for us. I was telling him, you about the Clown Motel thing. Unfortunately, it's in one of my bins, and I've been kind of eyeing for this. Because we were talking about Mankind a little. Give
yeah.
Shout out. And that's signed by him too.
Right?
I got a couple of them, yeah. I just happen to have this one here still.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike does some amazing stuff.
Yeah, he's a great artist.
Oh, yeah.
So Lisa Wilcox is on board. We're not done. There's more.
Yeah, there's more. And then Lee Waddell from Scream, Ghostface.
Buddy Lee.
The OG Ghostface killer himself, Lee Waddell, who, we just did some acting work together on Skate to Hell, and Lee did a great job. And I remember Sean's like, see, now Lee's going to start booking all these different movies. He's going to be in I may never get him back again. that won't happen. But, so that's great. Lee Waddell.
Yeah, we got a few more. Poltergeist, Oliver Robbins. I haven't worked with him yet or anyone in that series.
Oliver Robbins,
young boy, right? The young kid.
What's that?
The young.
The young kid that gets attacked by a clown, but this time it's reverse roles. He is the clown.
Well, what's cool is that he just started doing cons too. I'd seen him out traveling. I don't know if he's been doing them, but it's good to see him out and about. And it's cool that you'll have him in Clown Motel 3.
Oh yeah, and I know he was on Skate to Hell too.
Oh,
he was very nice. What a very nice guy. Took a picture with him. Great guy.
Is he? He's shorter, isn't he?
Well, he's not as tall as you, but yes, he's a little bit on the shorter side, but a great guy. And then, of course, you got someone from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
Brett Wagner.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
Some dude, some 320-pound taco eating guy.
Oh man.
No, it's just impressive that you can have all these people, and I've worked with every single person on there. I mean, not, I watched Lisa Wilcox work and I watched all of her work, but everybody you have on there is really good, professional, don't cause problems. So that's always a nice thing. I could tell you, hey, keep the beer away from this person, or don't let this guy go gambling. But everybody pretty much on that you cast that are those names are great. Now let's talk. Is Dirty Freaking Joe Gonzalez working? Is he coming out to work?
Joe Gonzalez, yeah. So he'll actually be with that Sean Phillips scene as well.
Oh, very good.
With Joan, yeah. So that should be a good one.
Yeah.
Little shout out to Dirty Freaking Joe.
Is that his nickname?
Good dude. Good dude.
Yeah, he's got a band too. Dirty Joe. I think it's called Dirty Joe. I mean, he's a great guy. He's a guy that just loves the business.
We still got to
finish. I think I've seen his music video before.
Yeah, I'm in that music. You know what? Joe Castro. Let's not forget Joe Castro.
Yeah,
because
that's one of my favorite guys right now.
And he's going to be playing a clown too. One of the 5 group clowns, Jack in the Box.
Oh, cool.
So you could think he's going to come up with some creative ideas, and he should be with us for majority of the set too, with all the effects and stuff. So we're going to try to take this to the Terrifier level, if not more.
Well, you got him on SFX. That dude's work is unbelievable. I'm such a big fan.
It's so crazy too, like how fast he can get things done too now. If he knows what it is, like, okay, next slice, all this, and he's prepared, okay, 15 minutes. Like I was on a set one time and it took them like 5-6 hours to get it.
I mean, some of the severed heads, like the Dave Sheridan one he's done. I mean, the realism he brings to it. And we had him on the show, Joe Souza, and talking about how he got into doing everything. Fascinating guy, and incredible talent. Awesome, you got him.
Oh yeah, great. So he's actually executive producer, and my other executive producers, I gotta say, is Mark Hoadley. He'll be returning as Sergeant Rivers, great guy, and you know Mark too, don't you?
How could I forget about Mark Hoadley? I mean, Mark. So Mark is a kung fu practitioner. I'm pretty sure I'm right with the kung fu. And when you say kung fu, you're like, oh, guys, some guy does kung fu. No. He's a legit deal, the real deal. A lot of my buddies who are famous martial artists, Mark's really good at what he does. And not only is Mark, and he's a good actor, Mark gets on his Harley and like rides the Sturgis. I want to say he's a couple of years younger than I am, but Mark is like the real deal. Gets on that bike, John, takes off, says, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm going to Sturgis. Gets on his bike and just takes off. So what a great guy. And I believe he's also a pilot. I believe he can fly planes. He's got his pilot license.
That's right. Up to 2 seats.
Does that mean I want to get up in there with him? I don't know.
Yeah, you got an empty seat.
I don't. I think
I'm one at a time.
Got to bring a parachute with you.
we would probably have to, but that's great. Mark's a great guy. So, wow. And is there anybody on the wish list that you're looking for that you can mention? Is there some people that are in the works or we can't talk about?
Yeah, no, I can definitely. I just want to finish up 2 people real quick. My executive producer is Dave Bailey. I don't think you met him yet, but he does editing for Netflix. He's been with me since the original Clown Motel. And
nice.
He plays Golden Ager, one of the clowns coming back. And then on the producing side, of course, we have Sean Phillips, Nicole Vegas. They have their roles. And then Jimmy Starr with his publication, and he's helping us out.
Oh, Jimmy Starr, the man, the myth, the legend. That's great. What a great guy.
Yeah. And so, he is great. And then, going to your question, we do have a few people we're trying to finalize. We're closing down our main casting. We put our offers out, so we'll see where it goes. But one you might like is Jenna Jameson.
Well, Miss Jenna Jameson, yes, great. Jenna's been acting for a while, obviously, been doing a lot of horror movies, been doing a lot of good stuff, been hitting the convention circuit. So, yeah, that's great. Now, John and Joseph and the folks that are listening at home, the good thing about this Indiegogo project is with all these people that you know and love and watched in movies, and if you ever thought about,
oh yeah,
God, I'd like to do that, Joe, there's opportunities for folks that Maybe they're seasoned actors. Maybe they're not. Maybe they just they love Texas Chainsaw Massacre and want to get in a scene with the guy who's played Leatherface, or love the House of a Thousand Corpses and want to get in a scene, with Robert Mukes. That stuff is all, you can do that.
No, you definitely can. And, it's great because you have options too. And, I would want to get killed by Leatherface, but I don't think we're in the same scene. And right now what we're doing is, because it's pretty much, we'll be on iHorror this week too, going up too, and our prices will be going up. So we have pretty good deals going on right now. And we always try to do specials and offers, to make sure the perks get sold and your opportunity to go with a horror icon. And if you have any questions or you want a package deal, feel free to reach out to production. And we'll make your killing dreams come true.
Let me see.
Not bad there, John. I mean, John, maybe we come out to Tonopah or come out to, now I am, I'm filming, and I can talk about, I'm filming in a little bit of a different location, so I will not be able to be at the Clown Motel, which I'm a little bummed at. But we still have, there's some perks to be with me. We're going to have a really good scene too. I mean, and this is, from talking with some folks that worked with Joseph, this is not like, okay, great, you pay your money, get in there, and you're dead, and that's it. I mean, you're going to work with the actor, these people that are coming on. You're going to work with the actors, and you're going to make the best scene possible for you, because a lot of this stuff is great for your reel, right? So if you're a beginning actor, I'm just telling you, you need a reel. So if you can get a decent scene with somebody, it doesn't have to be long. It could be 8 seconds, could be 10 seconds. I have stuff that's on my reel that's literally 8 seconds long, but I'm with a pretty cool actor, and it looks good when a casting director is looking at my reel or my resume. So all that stuff is going to be, it's here. And you got a good opportunity. And who doesn't like a clown with an AR-15 and a scope in his hand right there?
I was going to say to you guys, well, I say we check out this trailer.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell, the chilling new feature film to the Clown Motel franchise.
Hey guys, I'm director and writer Joseph Kelly, and welcome to the Clown Motel.
Here we live in peace
Sorry.
and harmony. Clowns don't spill blood, Lily.
From the creators of the Clown Motel franchise comes the thrilling next chapter in the trilogy.
Oh, shit.
In a forsaken realm, a secluded society of clowns undertakes a chilling ritual, seeking a pure soul to reign as their queen. Now, they crave 5 human sacrifices. Completing a dark pentagram of victims left to perish. Amidst the few survivors, a determined military squad embarks on a treacherous quest, driven by love and the desperate search for escape from this haunting of lost souls.
Lord of the 100 Clowns! Clown Motel has left its haunting mark in over a dozen countries, rising to the top 14 in the Turkish box office and hitting top 10 on Microsoft platforms in the UK. Immerse yourself in fear at the scariest motel in America, only a few feet away from a haunted graveyard.
Tonopah Cemetery, where lost souls come to live once more.
Here we are at the Tonopah Cemetery, where lost souls wait to be released.
Did I miss the show? Every soul we take becomes a part of us. You become a part of us. You become a part of our world.
Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell. This will actually be my 6th feature film writing and directing.
My name is Vijay. I'm owner of the world famous Clown Motel.
My name is Haim Anand, and I'm a general manager of the Clown Motel.
Clown Motel, we first started this in 2015 with the short. 2019, Clown Motel Spirits Arise. 2022, now we have Clown Motel To Death Do Us Part. But now we come to 2024,
and we're ready for Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell.
Prepare for a battle of pure darkness and evil. Humans versus clowns. Whose side will you choose?
From all of us at the Clown Motel, we thank you. We thank you for supporting us, for contributing, for even sharing, which helps out a lot. Thank you guys so much, because without you, it would just be that much harder to make this film. And trust me, we're going to make this film one hell of a film. The best one yet. See you at the movies.
Our vacancies are dwindling. Prepare for an experience that will haunt your dreams. Clown Motel, 3 Ways to Hell awaits. Come join us today.
All right, let's see here. All right, there we go. But you got some great perks. We can go through those real quick if you'd like to. Let me pull us up here. There we go. We'll go through the usual ones. What's that? A $1? That's pretty good. Just throwing in a tip. You could make $15. You're almost there.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's always something. You're just helping out, and every dollar counts, like you said. Eat a banana with mischief.
Don't ask us.
I'm a little hungry. I mean, I figured I might have to even just put in for that, so I make sure I have a banana on the day of the set when I'm filming.
Oh,
24 out of 50 people want that banana too. So, only 26 left. But that's cool. I love the perks that are affordable, and it gives people a chance, even if they can't donate a whole bunch. But those $10 donations add up. $5 donations.
Oh, they do. Yeah. And that's like the thing too, if you have like us, like 18,000 fans on our Facebook, right? So if everyone just bought a $10 DVD special thanks or something, $10, that's $180,000. There's the budget.
Yeah. So each and every person matters. Remember that one.
Everyone does matter. Everything does matter. It does add up. Even $1 is McChicken for someone.
Yeah, yeah. So guys, keep that in mind. The Clown Motel Blu-ray, $40 shipped. That's really cool. It's almost sold out, 14 out of 25. It's going fast. You got the Clown Motel franchise box set. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so no, it's pretty much just the Clown Motel short film with Clown Motel 1, 2, and 3. And we'll be announcing it shortly. It also comes with the Clown Motel documentary, Clown Hotel. And we'll be doing a documentary on the whole movie. We got some behind-the-scene footage of the last one, but this time it's going to be more behind-the-scene footage and just put it all together throughout the whole franchise.
Very cool. I like that deal. That's great. And then you got the Clown Motel memorabilia movie. I love the plaque that you're doing there. That's really cool. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, that's just going to be a choice from about 5 or 6 different clowns, and we'll take like a piece of clothes, then have them sign something, a postcard, kind of package it. A nice little deal like that, kind of.
What's going on, Coffin Crew? Just saying hi to everybody. Hey, thank you, everybody in the chat. Jefferson Starship, Nicole, Kevin, Kyle, Michael Toth. I know I'm missing a bunch of Travis. You guys, we all appreciate you being here. Your name on a gravestone. Who doesn't want to be on a gravestone? Because usually you don't get to see your gravestone, Now
yeah, I know. This is at least,
Yeah,
future.
You get a little preview of how you'll be buried.
Yeah, Tonopah Cemetery.
Let's see.
So that's actually from 1900 to 1911. And I don't know if you guys know this, but a good like 20, 30 people in that cemetery, they were they were miners, and they actually died from a fire in in a mine, digging for gold and stuff. And pretty much that's how Clown Motel 1, some of the movie came. It was the clowns burning in a fire. Why? Because that's what gave me the idea.
So also, I didn't even see this because this is different on some perks. Is you got the listing for roles that people can be in that is listed right up here.
Yeah, just so they see it right away in all the movies, all the franchises.
Yeah, you got big old Schwag there. These are all acting with the person, right? I'm guessing.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So let's see. I don't want to miss anything. Co-producer for $777. That's great to be a producer. That gets you out there too. You got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You could act with the Big Schwag for $666. Only one of these for all of them, it seems. Oh,
Yeah, one available at the price because once someone buys it, it goes up another $100.
Oh, okay.
It's like inflation.
Yeah.
I
you
know,
gotta get on it or it's going to cost you more.
I know that our buddy Travis Kuhn is eyeing that Kemper Kill Leatherface.
Oh yeah, right by.
I don't know if we can we tell him. I don't know if we can't tell what my character is. Right? We shouldn't tell. I don't know.
You can give a little hint.
He's funny, maybe with a red nose. But that's the only hint we'll give you.
Yeah.
Being a scene with Lee Waddell, the ghost face, the man who's all of a sudden now is storming the independent movie scene.
Yeah, it's Lee, and such a good dude too. Such a great guy.
Is.
Very, very nice guy. I was lucky enough to meet him a couple times last year. 2 or 3 times I met him last year, and we got to do that interview with him at Scarefest.
If you've had a crush and you haven't been stalking Lisa Wilcox, can't have you if you've stalked her, but you can get a nice scene with Lisa Wilcox.
That's always a good one. Then you got Tony Moran, Halloween. You got 9. You must only one more available at this price, so it goes up.
Yeah, we got 2 of those already sold and stuff. And I mean, last year I think for the first one we're starting at 1,500. So we're just trying to get more people involved that usually can't get involved.
Well, you got some great ones here. I'll just go over the names because most of the prices, they're going to go up 100. They start from, I think, 666 to, Ari's is up there. Ari Lehman, great guy. Spent a lot of time with him and Bass Amp and his band. I think he's great in the Clown Motel movie. I thought he just fits. He fits this movie. He does fit the franchise so well. We said Tony Moran. You got Eileen Dietz. Robert Mukes, one of the coolest big guys. You better wear some high shoes unless you're Brett's size, or you're not going to be seen in the scene with Robert Mukes. He's so big. He's a big dude. He's a monster. He makes Brett look small, and that's not easy.
I know, because Brett, you're like 6'4", right?
I'm like, I was a true 6'5" when I was coming out of college, and then as I've gotten older and diabetes and a little pro wrestling, a little chair going through tables, I'm down to 6'4 3/4. Maybe on my 60th birthday I'll be down to 6'4". But yeah, so and as I said, folks, I know a lot of you worry, but I was talking with Joseph about it. If you're in a scene with me, listen, you're going to get a line or 2, and you're going to die. But it's not like, hey, like I said, they're just throwing you in there just as a body. This will be something you can be proud of. Am I correct?
And Brett his scene will be by the lake, so you have beautiful scenery there. He'll be fishing with a spear.
Oh, I'm going to be drowning you in the lake, brother. So whoever gets that, Travis, you come on, buddy. I hope you can swim. No, we're not going to drown you. I don't think we're going to drown you.
Hey, accident happens. Yeah,
Travis, very
careful. I would.
But yeah, so that's going to be awesome. And like you said, more stuff. Once someone takes the first one, there'll be more opening up. So the chances are that if you're like, oh my gosh, they already sold out the Robert Mukes one. There might be a couple more, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
With Brett's, we'll have at least 3 to 5 cowboys, but we'll probably max out at 5.
Yeah, the cowboys, man, I can kill 5 people just like that, and that's not just with after I've eaten Taco Bell. I can kill you different ways.
And the cool part
that joke,
about
I don't know if that joke went nowhere.
As a fan looking,
now I'm hungry.
As a fan looking in, if you want to be an actor or an actress, like Brett mentioned, these are good ways to have on your resume. I was in a scene with Lisa Wilcox. I was in a scene with Brett Wagner. I was in a scene with Lee Waddell, or any of these amazing Eileen Dietz. These are good openings to get your foot in the door to acting.
Well, and you need the footage. As an actor, you need the footage. I mean, I haven't updated my my acting reel, I think, since 2017, which is just shameful. And I have, since 2017, I got 15 other things I've done, including some Sean C. Phillips movies that I need to get the footage from when we can get that stuff, and some stuff I did out here for some other folks. So you always got to constantly be getting, because you want to show the casting directors, you want to show the other directors, like Joseph. Like I sent Joseph my reel, which has a bunch of, Mom, Sons of Anarchy, all this stuff that's mainstream TV. And you want to be able to show a director that you have been doing this and that you can do different roles. And if you don't have that footage, it's the hardest thing in the world. And if you work for people that are a little dishonest or they don't really care about their movies, Nicole Vegas can tell you that, that you don't get that footage. All of a sudden, I don't know what you're talking about, or they never, but you will get your footage. Correct, Joseph?
Oh, definitely. And with the scene, it'll be not just one emotion, it'll be two, like with yours, for an example, it'll be like bullying him and stuff. You turn around, now it's like fear, running. So it'll be different things you could add, and just all in like a 3-minute scene you have. Nice.
It's good. It's good stuff. And it's, and you're doing pretty good. The money's coming up there. People are donating. I know that, Nicole Vegas has been pushing it and all the media aspects. A lot of us have been sharing it.
Big shout out to Nicole.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
She is such a grinder out there. She really hustles, and she's great to have on any film project on the team, because not only is she a talented actress and what she does, she's really talented at what she does as a networker, marketer. So big props to Nicole.
Oh, big props. And she learns from everything too, because she's just learning the last couple of years, but I'm impressed by how much she learned of the industry in that short time of a span,
She gets to work. She's got energy and she is on it. And,
I don't know how she does it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know.
She's got to put up.
I think she has a twin sister.
She's got to put up with that bossy husband of hers. I mean, it's just.
Oh,
who's I think that went swoosh over my head, because you're not married to Nicole, are you, Joe?
Oh no,
I didn't think so.
No ring here.
Yeah, we're yeah, no.
The conversation went a little swoosh for me. It was a little inside, I think, with you guys. You guys know. I don't know anything, as usual.
So what can we do? What do we still need to do for this movie? What are you looking for, Joseph? And what can we do to help? Or what are the next steps? Because to be honest with you, we're not that far. We're shooting in August. It's really not that far off.
Yeah, we're shooting in August. We have about 34 days left of our campaign. We'll go in demand afterwards. So there'll always be time to join us. Things will just be more hectic later on. So it's better join us in the beginning. But even, go to our campaign. You could always be added to our email list, share. Even if you just want to join us for $10, get a special thanks in the film. And that does help.
I have a friend who has never acted in his life, but he's a big supporter of the Indiegogos. Not you, John. You've done some work, but I have a good friend who donates a lot. And you think that donating the $5, the $10 to get a shout out. My buddy's IMDb rankings is like in the 20,000s. So if you don't know about IMDb.com, you can go look. That's usually when if you want to send someone and they want to see your credits and maybe your reel, they can go to imdb.com, type in Joseph Kelly or type in Brett Wagner. But my buddy's in the 20,000s. I'm like, wait a minute, you don't even act. He goes, I know, but I got a page was made for me because I donate to so many films, or he's donated. I'm a producer on this film. Man, this guy's just skyrocketing with 100 different projects. So, it's going to be a fun movie. I'm excited to work with Joseph. He definitely has some good people backing him and that are on this project, and I love the Mark Hoadleys. I loved, obviously, the Sean C. Phillips and the Nicole Vegas, and then all the actors you got going on. I'm super excited for this because I think it's going to be something special. And, as a director, you just keep moving forward, right? You got part 3 and may do a part 4. What else is on the horizon besides the Clowns?
besides the clowns. So we got a few coming out right now. So Appetite for Sin, I said, with Robert Mukes. Devaney Pin's also in that. Vampire film in Los Angeles. That'll be coming out soon. Compatible is currently in post-production. That'll be coming out soon too. And I'm actually thinking of making a sequel to that next year. So that'll be my big film next year. I'm going to take a break from clowns, but then I'll be back in 2026.
Okay. All right.
More clowning around. So
yeah.
I love it. I mean, everybody loves a clown. Why don't some? I mean, I've never met so many people at my job that are so scared of clowns that when I had my stuff before I had it all packed up and running around for conventions.
Oh yeah.
The house. Too scared.
Even nowadays, because I think they have the Stephen King, the It TV series. I don't know if it came out yet, but they're planning to release that soon, along with, the Terrifier 2 coming out, or no, Terrifier 3 coming out this October.
3, yeah.
And then, we plan to release Clown Motel 3 next summer or fall 2025. So we have about a year turnaround. So it's a lot of work, but we can get it done.
I have a question from Andy Parkin. He said, any insight on what the remote voice role perk might be involved in? I signed up for that, but I've only done radio work in the past. I'm excited for whatever it is, but I'm curious.
Yeah, so I could give a quick thing. So there's 5 people for that, which got sold out pretty quick. And it's a really cool thing. The military's driving to the Clown Motel. They don't know it. And on the radio, you have those cryptic messages, right? Like all the radio is going back and forth. So we'll have them read a couple lines, like 2 lines of the weatherman, 2 lines of the religious channel, just giving like a speech like they're going to die. And then we'll just take, hey, this guy's good at the weatherman. We'll put him there, her there, and just put that all in that one scene with the audio, make it all scary, cryptic. And yeah. Yeah,
it's great. Listen, I still do voiceovers and do and stuff for movies where I'm not in. I have, in fact, Steve Merlo. I'm doing a nice voiceover for that. I did some stuff for Mr. Burns out there in North Carolina for a movie. So yeah, it's not just acting perks, folks. You can get the voiceover work, which is great. And
even your picture in the film too, or name on the gravestone, or associate producer for $400.
Oh, I think I might pitch in and get some guy's name on a gravestone. I'd really love to see in a gravestone. I won't mention his name.
Got any enemies? There you go.
I won't. That's exactly what it is. It's a great thing, and it can be something fun for a birthday gift for somebody.
Yeah, and I see right there, this is the first time we're actually doing kids in the film too, and we actually have about 7 kids coming in for one day at the Clown Motel where the kids rise up from the graveyard, the cemetery.
That's cool. I know a lot of friends, and I know one of my friends, I'll reach out to him, Kelly. His son, he's gotten him in a couple movies. He might be interested in this perk.
Cool, definitely.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of him. I'll let him know about it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime. Well, we're always here to support and help. That's a big thing of what we love to do. I know Brett's big on that, as you see. Like you said, whether he's even in the movie or not, he's always happy to support the good people out there hustling and grinding and putting the heart into these projects and trying to make, their statement in horror. So best of luck to you. I know me and Brett have a whole crazy month going on this month. We're really excited for you. We're going to post more of the Clown Motel. I got it in the chat links. We'll post it up there, keep it updated. Feel free to post anything there or reach out to me or Brett and let us know what we can do to support.
All right. I definitely will. Thank you, John. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah, listen, man, it's awesome. We always appreciate it. Just like we love to give the spotlight to someone like yourself. Not that you're a new filmmaker, because you got 6 under your belt. Yeah. And
he's a talented guy.
Yeah, hopefully a lot more. And please don't take any of my acting gigs. I know we can play a lot, if I just darken this in a little bit.
I'm trying to mash you. I'm trying to grow this. So
all right, well, get it grown.
He's just got that gray there. He doesn't look much different if you look at his old pics. It's just the gray that kicks in.
Yeah, it's getting there. But yeah, so well, thank you, Joseph Kelly, and your production team, and everybody, the Sean C. Phillips, Nicole Vegas, and everybody else, and the Mark Hoadleys, who's probably riding his Harley somewhere right now. John, what do you got coming up this week? Anything this weekend?
Oh, I do. I got a lot coming up. We got a lot of announcements. I know me and Beatrice and you have talked about getting together and doing a show because we got a lot been going on. Beatrice has been so busy. We haven't had a chance to do a show. We do have a show coming up the 15th. We're going to be talking The Dead Place with Michael Pickle and a few other people. We're situating who's coming on for that one. I'll be at FrankenCon just Saturday only. I'm flying in Friday because I love the people. We had Richard on, Yule from
Is that this weekend?
That's this weekend. I fly out Friday night. I get there at like midnight. Travis is going to get me. I'm hanging out with Travis Kuhn. We're going to hang out Saturday because it's a Friday con. And then Sunday, I fly out like Saturday AM, early Sunday, and I get back in early. But it's worth it. Always happy to support. And then I'm at Carolina Fear Fest, and we got a whole bunch of things going on. I mean, there's so much to announce. You just got announced that Slash and Bash, which is in Topeka, Kansas, which I'm excited about. I'll be there as well. I'll be doing the panels at Memphis HorrorCon. I want to talk more about that with all the amazing guests. A real honor to be running the panels there. You know, we're going to do it Doomsday's Crypt style. We're going to try to put a little flavor to those panels. So we got a busy year coming up, and I'm excited to update everybody and talk about it. And we will do that soon. But yeah, that's about it for me. What about you, Brett? What you got going on this weekend?
Well, this weekend I fly out early tomorrow morning. I'll be on a plane going to Denver, Colorado. Rocky Mountain Nightmares, RockyMountainNightmares.com. It's got a huge lineup, photo ops, the whole bit. Going to be excited to get out there. Going to see my nephew, who I haven't seen in like 7 years or 8 years, who moved to Denver. So hopefully he doesn't hate me and still likes me. And then we're going to be as Lee Waddell says, signing babies and kissing posters, and hanging out with Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, Lou Temple, who I love Lou Temple. Lou Temple's a tremendous actor and a really good guy to talk to, and it should be fun. And next weekend, folks, a little drag racing. The Big Schwag's coming to Kingman, Arizona for the Route 66 Kingman Street Drags. That's right, Joseph. I get down on drag racing. And then to follow up at the end of this month, Monsterpalooza. That's right, Monsterpalooza, the famous Monsterpalooza in Pasadena, California. Real excited. I'm going to be with Christina Lease at the Trick or Treat Studios booth. They're giving us a little spot so we can sign there. And Doug Tate will be there, and everybody's going to be at our buddy Doug. So, yeah, we're excited. It's going to be, and hopefully Joe Gonzalez will come see me at Dirty Freaking Joe will probably be at Monsterpalooza.
We got to get that
we're gonna have a good
song
time.
he's working on too with Joe. He introduced us to that kick-ass riff that we still got to use towards it. I'll catch up with you, Joe, soon. We got to get that figured out because he wrote a
Joe, get us that riff for the show.
Riff. And
I'm telling you, Joseph, you need any music, you need any background music, or you need some songs, just tell Joe to come up with something. He's really good at it.
Okay, I'll definitely take a listen.
Well, if he's in the movie too, you can just kind of
he'll bring us
subtly throw it in the contract in small letters. Provides music at request. Put the pressure on him. He likes pressure.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for hanging with us again. Thank you, Joseph. I know it's a little late out there. Get some beauty sleep.
Yeah,
shout out Kyle Rappaport.
Get some beauty sleep there, John. You be all right, and I will holler at you guys. And I got to get up early. So, thank you, folks.
All right, thank you guys. Talk to you later.
Out.